It's time for our June District Delegate Assembly meeting. Here is your District Delegate Assembly Vice Chair Dolores Doherty.
Jason is not here. He had a family emergency, so I believe Tammy will be sitting in for him. And welcome all of our delegates and alternates if the delegates are not available. We're going to start out with the Pledge of Allegiance, if we can all stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Looking for my glasses. Can't see without them. Okay, the first item on the agenda is the approval of the May 4th minutes. And do I have a first? Second? All in favor? All in favor and approved. Okay. Which is Sherry Flynn. First, may I interrupt? I'm sorry. Most of you know that Joe took a fall at home about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and he's over at Banning Health Center on Wilson, and I have the address if anyone would like to go over and visit him, because Linda Vieira and her and Raylene had gone over to visit him, and I'm sure he would like more visitors. The address there is 5113 Rio Bravo. And I'm going to pass around a card so everybody can sign it for him to cheer him up a little bit. And like I said, I actually talked to him on Tuesday, and he said they did try. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Oh,
yeah.
duh.
That's okay. Let me give you the.
Thank you.
The address. It's Banning Healthcare, 3476 Wilson. Room 11A.
So sorry.
Thank you.
Please forgive me. Okay.
right.
So what was I saying? I have a card here that I'm going to circulate around to all the delegates or the delegates, and they can sign it for him. But
11A.
oh, he's room number 11. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. And I just saw Sherry walk in, our guest speaker, who is our City of Banning Council member. Sherry, if you want to come up.
Thank you. Hey, good afternoon, district delegates and city council or HOA members. I'm going to give a little bit of a recap of my last month, what I did, and then fill in some of the information on each item that I attended. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, May 9th, I attended and participated in this meeting of the City Council. And at that meeting, the most important aspect was the ENA was awarded to First Industrial, who is going to try to build about 7 warehouses at the old airport property along the 10 freeway. And it was a 3-2 vote. Mr. Mayor Sanchez and myself voted that we wanted Hillwood, which is a Ross Perot company, which has actually closed 3 regional airports, knows how to do that, and so that's why we went with them. First Industrial has never closed an airport. So I had said, if you can't close the airport, you can't build the warehouses. So that's why I went with Hillwood, because they have experience. So we will see where that goes. We just have a ENA with them, and we'll see where that heads over. It'll be very difficult to close the airport. The FAA probably will not allow it. It'll have to go to Congress. So on May 10th, I attended as a commissioner the Riverside County Transportation Commission meeting. It's a monthly meeting. This time it was held in Palm Desert. instead of Riverside. For all the people that live out that way, they have to travel so far every month to go to the Riverside meeting. And the important thing that came from that is there is going to be I don't know, I don't know what the name of it is, but it's allowing the RCTC to raise by 0.5% sales taxes in Riverside County to pay for more transportation issues. So it would go here from 7.75 to 8.25%. But this will be put on the ballot, so it is not a done deal, and I believe it needs 2/3 approval of the voters to pass. So look for that coming up. May 11th, I spoke at Arlene's Breakfast Club, and I addressed many topics concerning the residents of the city, and I always enjoy going there. May 11th, I also did a Mother's Day video for the city, and honoring all mothers, and then look for a video tribute to fathers for Father's Day also. May 12th, I attended County Supervisors Gutierrez Town Hall meeting that was held here in the Sun Lakes Ballroom, and that was very informative. May 16th, I participated in a committee board member in the city's budget and finance meeting, and I'm a committee board member on that. May 17th, I attended the Sunrise Breakfast held at the Farmhouse Restaurant, sponsored by the Banning Chamber of Commerce, and the city introduced its Downtown Revitalization and Complete Streets project. You can see that on the website. It's in the beginning stages. They have 3 different plans that they wanted people to put their input. I think that is closed down. You can no longer do that. But look for that coming up. There'll be more information on that. May 18th, I met with County Supervisor Gutierrez one-on-one, where we discussed many topics concerning Banning, especially the Banning Animal Shelter and Banning Point. May 19th, I represented the city at TransTech's annual Contract Cities Appreciation Dinner, which was held in Palm Desert at Morton's Steakhouse. And probably the best lobster bisque I've ever had in my life. So it was very good. May 23rd, I attended and participated in the meeting of the City Council again, and that meeting went till 11:30 p.m. And I think some people are now saving Tuesday nights as their Tuesday night entertainment to watch the City Council meetings. And then May 25th, I attended the Calamasa Chamber High School Scholarship Tea, which was held at the Edward Dean Museum. I had never been there before. Afterwards, I took a tour. Very, very interesting, the history of the area. And I wanted to let you know, future City Council meetings are June 13th, a Tuesday. They're the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of the month, and June 17th. They start at 5 p.m. Sometimes there is a workshop that starts at 4 that has things that are of interest to the community, and it's public. I would like to emphasize to please attend or watch on, watch the video or watch on TV, or send in a letter if you're concerned about anything. You have 3 minutes to speak on open topics at the beginning of the meeting, on any topic you want to address to the City Council. And I will be attending RCTC again on June 14th. And then there's going to be a council strategic planning retreat on Friday, June 16th from 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. and on Saturday, June 17th from 9 to noon. That's going to be at Los Dos Galos restaurant off of Joshua Palmer. This is going to be open to the public. It's going to be have a facilitator, and it's going to allow us as a council to not be restrained by City Council meetings and be able to discuss issues that concern us and also that concerns the public. So if you would like to attend any of that, I don't know if it's going to be televised, or I'm sure it'll be videotaped. So that's something I don't think the city's ever done, and I think it's really, really important that we be able to discuss things among us, but Brown Act rules require that if you have 2 or more, you must make it a public meeting. So that's what we are doing. And then also, I have my city email is sflynn@banningca.gov, and my city Facebook account is Sherry Flynn, Banning City Council, District 3/Sun Lakes. A lot of people are asking to join my private Facebook, and so I don't accept those, but I will accept anyone that goes to the city Facebook. And it's an honor, again, to represent you and to serve you. And if you have any questions, I'll take any of your questions that you have.
I'd like to know what's the update on Stagecoach Days.
She wants to know what the update is on Stagecoach Days, because Stagecoach Days was canceled. I don't have an update on that. I know that the trailer where they kept all of the supplies for Stagecoach Days was broken into and vandalized. Things weren't stolen, but they took like 6 different fire extinguishers and sprayed it all over everything, ruined everything. I don't think they've caught the people who have done that yet. Stagecoach Days was canceled before that happened for lack of money and interest. And it was just too overwhelming for the lady who was putting it on this year for whatever reason. So it was canceled before that happened, but that was kind of the nail in the coffin, unfortunately. Any other questions?
Who's in favor of closing the airport?
Well, the staff is definitely in favor of closing the airport. City Manager Doug Schultz, Adam Rush. I would say, well, I won't speak for the city council members, but 3 of them, voted to have First Industrial go ahead and do that. So I think pretty much people look at it as it's at the airport. If you're going to do warehouses, that's probably a better place to go. But if you can't shut it down, it's not going to happen. I personally think it's not ever going to happen. I know the FAA will never let it happen. It takes an act of Congress to do that. And I'm not sure that First Industrial has the capability of putting that through. So that's just where it stands. I know there's pros and cons to keeping the airport open or closing it. I know there's a real need in the Pass area to have an airport, especially for emergency situations. And that's why the FAA insists on keeping it open. So we'll see how it plays out. I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope for it. I think the airport will stay the way it is. Hopefully it gets improved and hangars are rehabilitated and rented out. And at least the city can recapture some of the money that they're supposedly losing from the airport not being actually viable right now. Grandave Studio? Well, First Industrial agreed in their proposal to give Grandave that same area they were looking at, I don't know, I think 6 acres or something, where they will pay $1 a year for rent for 10 years. Hillwood said they would do it for 5 years. Again, we'll see where that all ends up, but it's definitely still in play. And one thing I would like to say about the animal shelter, which has been a really hot topic, I'm still pursuing that. And as a city council member, one of my duties is a fiduciary duty to the taxpayers of the city of Banning. And so also a duty is to make sure that contracts are fulfilled and followed and that there is accountability. And the ARE had not had to do required audits for 2 years, not to tell us who their donors are. They are supposed to give weekly and monthly updates on all of the animals. They have not done that, and they do not have a vet on site, so they take them to San Diego when they're ill, if they take them. So I'd just like to say that money is not an issue with ARE. I know that there are people doing fundraisers here, and you can do whatever you want with your money, but ARE took in $630,000 in donations last year, $612,000 this year. It is not for a lack of money. The city of Banning has given them $4,000 each year between about $75,000 actual, and then also there's costs for 2 animal control officers and paying the rent on the trucks and things like that. And we also have spent about $10,000 a year on emergency animal care because they do not have emergency animal care there. And so we'll take them to like Banning Vet. But again, Banning Vet's hours are very limited. It's a real problem with the vet issue. So there's some solutions going, maybe having it as a holding area like Beaumont does, and then have the county come in or have San Jacinto come in and take those animals over. And I know people were saying, well, it's so far, well, you could arrange where you could take people to go see if there are lost animals there. So there are other ways of doing it, but right now there's no accountability, and that's very, very concerning to me, because we don't know how much money has actually been coming in there. And so that's what I'm pursuing, and just wanted you to be aware of that. That money is not the problem, accountability is the problem.
Any other questions for Sherry? Okay, thank you, Sherry.
Thank you very, very much.
And if delegates, if you can remember to use your microphones when you're asking the questions. Thank you. Now, Jason, who's not here, was going to mention that we have a flyer that will be included with our newsletters. It will already be sent to the printer, and it's about, it's from EPAP, about the animals. And Beverly Rashid, who is not here, also prepared a flyer that she's wanting to know if we can include some of the information that's here in our newsletters. So if you could do that, she would really appreciate it. And now we're going to move on to, I don't know if there was...
Yes, next is recreation, and Jason's not here, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce, we just hired a new recreation director. I believe it was on May 9th he started. His name is Dario Puig. He's been doing an outstanding job, and here's Dario.
Hello, everyone. I think I met a few of you. Great. I see them. Anyway, great. Glad to be here. What a wonderful space to work in. And you know, as you all know, as you all know, project, right? Yeah, you know, as you all know, we're here for you, the recreation department. Wouldn't have a department if it wasn't for you. With that said, we need you all also to participate. And you know, not fair if you don't like what's going on. Help me a little bit. Shoot me an email. Stop at my office. Drop a note. Anything. Email. There's so many ways of communication. But really, we're here, you know, to make you guys happy. We've got a lot of things in the works that of course we have to clear, but we want to have a really good time this summer because we understand it's going to be hot. Indoor things, outdoor things that we're planning, and you know, things by the pool. But let's not have all the fun at once. We're all getting ready for Charity Week, as you know. You're going to support that. I want to say very much about it, but really enjoyed working with David, his team. Really, everyone, all of us are really excited about golf. Everyone's involved in this, so this is something we should really be proud of, living here, that we actually do that. And I'll let him break down all of that. And we have the 4th of July coming. It was really fun looking at the past events, you know, what we've done, and I'll sort of sit back because it's already formatted, but everything from face painters and you know, balloons, and we've got all sorts of fun. Very 4th of July, Mayberry RFD. I can say that in this crowd because you get it. Today I'll tell you, I got to tell you really quick. I taught someone how to write a check, right? All right, this person just, you know, she finished college. She's never written a check. Was that sweet? I had a moment. Anyway, it was fun. So it's good stuff. I have to tell you about it. And we've got a lot of really cool things that we've got lined up for you. And again, I'll break into it the next time we meet. I just ask to support our department and let us know what you want, because if you don't let us know, we don't know. I do want to tell you a little bit about how we do things, just so you don't get thrown to people. I don't know if everyone knows Linda, but I'm sure you do. She's really nice, wonderful, like gold right there. But she controls the rooms because she also the monitor. She does that, so she manages that. And once that's taken care of, then everything else goes to me. And then as far as we also have, you know, we're beefing up, where are you? Our IT department and camera and all of this. So we're gonna get you guys more involved. If I walk up to you and interview, say something, all right? You're live. But we're planning, have to prove it. I know we have to prove it. But anyway, we're planning a lot of really cool things that we're excited about. I only have 3 minutes, but I wanted to say hello, support us. Did I already tell me goodbye? But anyway, does anyone have any questions? Can I ask questions? Is that okay?
Yes, you can.
Corner pocket.
I was just wondering if you could highlight a little bit more what will be going on for 4th of July, so we can put it in this month's letter.
Oh, sure.
To prepare.
I'll also give it to you in detail a little bit. You know, we're doing face painting, of course, for the kids, and we want you to promote the kids because this is all,
Okay.
going to be, you know, for kids because it's family. So bring your kids. So we're going to have face painting, which is going to be fun. We'll have popcorn. We're also going to have some games as far as the bag you hop, and we're going to have jugglers, face painters, you know, all the fun stuff. And I think the fun part is the parade, which is everyone is decorating. That's, you know, I love to see everyone's creativity. We're also sell usual suspects. You have to have hamburgers, hot dogs. So we're having that, and those people that don't eat meat, well, of course, we'll have chicken sort of, you know, sandwiches and things like that, and ice cream. You know, all the things that you should have on the 4th of July, I guess, that, you know, we've been told. But more important, though, than really what's going on is everyone coming together. You know, I watch that also in the veranda. That's a lot of fun, and, you know, you're a community, and it's fun to celebrate being American. Any questions? Any other questions? No?
Thank you.
That's it. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, now we're going to move on to food and beverage.
Yes, food
Thomas?
and beverage, Thomas?
And I need to remind all of the delegates as well, when you use a microphone, please make sure you identify yourselves so that the people that are watching on 97 know who you are.
Sorry. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Happy June 1st today, 1st of June, so I can't believe we're almost 6 months into the year. We have a busy and eventful month ahead. With that being said, I just want to remind you that we do have our Father's Day brunch, which we are currently selling tickets for. It's from 11 to 2:30 on June 18th, and featuring stations are carved prime rib, omelets, waffles, a fully loaded ice cream bar, crab legs, peel and eat shrimp, barbecue favorites, barbecue chicken, pulled pork, ribs, all the stuff that dads like. So we have a beautiful buffet planned. It's $39.95 for adults. It's $19.95 for children 4 to 12, and under that it's free. And if you'd like unlimited champagne during that time, it's $12 to add that. Tickets are on sale at the hostess station, so keep that in mind. If you have plans for Father's Day, we'd love to have you come out and join us. Also, we will be offering the last Sunday of the month brunch, even though Father's Day is the 18th and the last Sunday is the 25th, the week after. We will have our brunch. People do like to have and come out, and so we're going to go ahead and keep that going as well. So we will have the last Sunday of the month brunch as well offered on June 25th. So keep that in mind. Also, this week is the first week starts the Cherry Festival here in town, and so with that, the month of June, we will be featuring a couple of cherry desserts, or I should say a couple of cherry, in celebration of that. We will be offering a cherry martini at the bar, and that will be for the whole month of June, and that starts this evening. And also we'll be offering a homemade cherry tart that our pastry chef has put together and constructed. And the martini is $7 and the dessert is $5. So keep it in mind, it will be for the whole month of June, and as we celebrate the Cherry Festival here in the local area. Just a reminder, happy hour continues on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 3:30 to 6 p.m. in the lounge and also the veranda when it's warm. Hopefully it'll get warmer. But we do have that, and remember that next week is the first Wednesday of the month, and that will also have music on the veranda with Renee. So there will be music out there next Wednesday, which is June 7th. We also have the lobby bar going on Fridays and Saturdays, just wine and beer, and also we offer a cheese plate with fruit and crackers that 2 people can share, and that is available. We have those hours from 5 to 8 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Again, you can always get your wine and your drink and your cheese plate and go into the library and relax and enjoy that, or take it outside if you choose. Also, remember the extended hours for the bar and lounge continue. So again, the bar remains open on Wednesdays and Thursdays until 9 p.m. now, and Fridays and Saturdays until 11 p.m. And that will continue through the summer months. Also, we're prepared for Charity Week next week. We have several events that the Food and Beverage Department are doing and hosting and helping do the food. So we have several events starting on Monday, again Tuesday, Wednesday is the big pancake breakfast, and Thursday. So several things going on, and then a large event on Sunday as well. So we look forward to everyone's support, and as we all do, to help the charity groups make as much as they can to give to the Sun Lakes Charity Foundation. Other than that, I'm trying to think. Oh, and then remember we have entertainment on Fridays and Saturdays, and that will continue now as we get into the summer months, always on Fridays and Saturdays, starting at 6:30, out on the veranda. Again, if the weather is inclement, then we will be happy to move things in, and we've had to a couple of times, but hopefully the weather will warm up and we'll continue to have our music and our entertainment outside. We have a variety of different bands playing. And there is a full service, there's a bar and lounge menu available and cocktail service out there as well. And I think, and then as we roll into July, of course, we have the 4th of July celebration, which the Food and Beverage Department will be doing the barbecue here inside the ballroom. When you guys get done with all the festivities, there'll be a barbecue, be a all-American buffet, $15 a person, not including tax and service charge, be hamburgers and hot dogs, I believe an all-American chicken sandwich, and then there'll be your typical chips and coleslaw, beans, that kind of stuff. They have also a drink will come with it, a soda or non-alcoholic beverage of some sort. And there will be an ice cream station also included in that. So when you get through, you'll be able to come over to an ice cream and they'll make you a sundae. That's all included in that. And I think with that, that's pretty much my update. Any questions today? Yes.
Janice Rice, District 13. On the buffet, the All-American Buffet, is there a kid's price or is it all one price?
On which buffet?
The All-American Buffet at 4th of July?
There isn't. It's just pretty much a set price because it comes with, the whole thing. I mean, whether you get a hot dog or a hamburger and you get all the sides, and so no, it's pretty much, it's going to be the same. Okay, we do have the ice cream station, and there is a soda or a bottle of water available as well. Okay? Yes.
I don't have a question, Thomas, but I just wanted to compliment you, Chris, and the rest of your staff for the wonderful Mother's Day brunch that you put on.
Thank
My
you.
husband Mike and I went, and you guys did an amazing job.
Thank you so
I wanted
much.
to thank you for that.
Thank you. We appreciate the kudos. We did serve nearly 500 covers, and we were very, very appreciative for the support between Easter and Mother's Day. They were certainly grand events. We also had live jazz music that day, and it was just a beautiful day. And we celebrated our moms. Flowers were handed out, and just that's what we want here for our residents and for everyone here at Sun Lake. So thank you for that. Anyone else? With that said, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you all this coming month, and let's stay well and just do our best at all that we do. And thank you for all your help and your volunteer that you do here for Sun Lakes. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Mike Romero, our on-site security director with Securitas.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mike. I'm the Director of Security here at Sun Lakes. With me is Lieutenant Roman. Thank you for having us, both the delegates and the Master Board as well. We appreciate you guys having Securitas here at Sun Lakes, and we're really pleased to be here. I've been here since 2018. I've served here in the community and got to know a lot of the district delegates and residents. And I'm looking forward to building more relationships with the district delegates. I already have established really good relationships with some delegates. I'd like to extend that further. I want to make sure that a lot of the district delegates are communicating with security as much as possible, because a lot of your residents, they go to you guys for concerns regarding any issues that involve security. You guys can come to my office. I also have an office line that you can give us a call directly at. My email, I'm really good at getting back in emails. I will leave my card with my emails along with Lieutenant Roman's information. Any residents that come to the district delegates, please send out an email to me. I will be good at responding to you guys. A lot of residents aren't tech savvy and they do need assistance. You guys are their point of contact sometimes. In event of an emergency, you guys are concerned about those neighbors, and being friendly neighbors that you guys are, I think it's ideal for those district delegates to be out there and get those relationships established as much as possible. With that being said, our department will continue to serve. We are preparing for Charity Week and the 4th of July. It is one of our busiest times here at Sun Lakes. Summers are effectively where a lot of families come and visit. We want to make sure that your guests, along with any other residents, are aware that there are rules and regulations here. So make sure that you are relaying that information to your guests, family members, just to make sure that they are complying. With Charity Week, we are preparing to work alongside with all the districts. If you guys have any issues or concerns or just need assistance when it comes to those districts, please reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help out. Any safety concerns that you guys want to bring up as well, you can bring that up to us. We are really good at making contact with the board and addressing these issues with administration, and we will work diligently in getting these matters resolved for you. I do have a list that I'd like to give out to the district delegates. It is a list of what security can and what security cannot do. That list is really thorough. If you guys like, my email, it's Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L, period, Romero, R-O-M-E-R-O, at securitasinc.com. Email me, and I will be more than happy to provide you with those lists, so that way your districts can be aware of what security can and cannot do. Always keep in mind, in an event of an emergency, the first thing you want to do is activate 911, and then you can follow up with security, and we'll go out and do what we can and wait for medics or PD to show up. Other than that, we're just looking forward to working alongside with everybody. I do want to establish those relationships, like I said, with the district delegates. Dolores, she's really good about communicating with me when it comes to matters in her district. I want to build those relationships with every single one of you district delegates here if possible. Other than that, that's my time. I'm open for questions. Yes, ma'am.
Linda Vieira, District 9.
I'm sorry?
Linda Vieira, District 9. What was your email again, please, Mike?
Sure. It's Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L, period, Romero, R-O-M-E-R-O, at securitasinc.com. And it'll be on my business card as well. Yes, ma'am.
Securitasinc.com.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, the other thing I wanted to ask is that you guys always come to a lot of our meetings, and you are introduced as Mike Romero, Chief of Security, and Lieutenant Ronan. What's his first name?
My first name is actually Jonathan.
Jonah?
Jonathan?
Jonathan Roman.
Yes, ma'am.
Glad to meet you.
Thank you, you too. I was in the military, so I'm used to just everyone calling me Roman.
Yes, ma'am. Corner. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, of course. I am going to leave some business cards in that table so that when everybody leaves, they can go ahead and grab some. And I'm going to leave some over here as well for you, okay? Perfect. Thank you for your time, folks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. next we have David Keeley, the chairman for Charitable Trust.
Well, the 5th of June is around the corner. I really want to extend a huge thank to each delegate. This year, 2 different times, you distributed all of the raffle tickets. They are being returned to Sharon Keeley, who logs them on a spreadsheet, and the tickets go to the secretary of the charity, and the money goes to the treasurer, Pat Puckett's husband, and they go in batches to him on a regular basis. Today there were, she's playing golf this morning, so I got the mail. There were 20 in the mail, 20 returns in the mail, 15, so that's a lot of scheduling for her, but I don't have the update of the amount of money I wanted to share with you guys. You have really helped the fundraising be extremely successful this year. It's at $23,000 from the raffles, the tickets that you guys distributed. So I have a thank you for each of you that I'll give you. And the only other thing I really want to announce, there's a lot of information about charity that you've heard, and it's still available. The official program is at the front desk at the entry here to the main clubhouse, and so you can take a copy of that. We make sure that they're there. And then the last time to buy tickets is tomorrow from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock at the entry to the main clubhouse. So 3 to 6 tomorrow, the last time to buy tickets. Tickets are still available. So if they're golfing events, you'll sign up for those events at the pro shop. I don't think you'd have any questions, just a huge thanks, and I'll get these notes to you. Thanks.
Thank you, David. Okay, now we have Brian O'Grady. He was going to, he's with EPAP, going to update us on the emergency contact information.
Thank you. I'm Brian O'Grady from EPAP. As you're all probably aware, in the event of a sustained emergency, the zone captains will be out checking on our residents to check on people's welfare. The information that we're interested in, that the zone captains have, is if somebody is likely to not be at home because they're on an extended vacation or because they have a day job that takes them away from Sun Lakes, it's good to know that they're not responsive because they're probably not here. Additionally, the information that's provided is including medical necessities that require power. For example, running an oxygen machine or running CPAP machines. We have plans to keep power with generators running the bus room over here so that residents who need that power can get it. Other information is people like to volunteer whether or not they have pets, because if they're away from home and their pets are home alone, if it's a really sustained emergency, they're going to want those pets to be taken care of, and animal rescue may have a way to be able to help out with that. We collect that data once a year when the California shakeout happens. We have a drill in conjunction with that, and we ask the EPAP coordinators in each district to consolidate their zone captain's data and send it to us, and we keep it in one location on a secure PC in the EOC here at Sun Lakes. It's not connected to the internet in any way. We don't share it with anyone. The only person who's ever asked for it is Joe Formino, and it's your data, and we keep it for you. The kinds of information that we expect to be able to provide to the zone captains in the case of an emergency is, for example, is power going to be restored? Is gas service going to be restored? Is there an evacuation route that's open? What is the condition of the freeway? If it's a release of toxic aerosols, is the air safe to breathe? We have a monthly radio check that we do with all of the EPAP coordinators in the districts. And we have the ability to talk to the Banning Emergency Operations Center, who can talk to the Riverside Emergency Operations Center, and we can provide that information back to the EPAP coordinators via a radio system that we have here in Sun Lakes. What I'm happy to report is that at our May radio check, we had 19 EPAP coordinators participating, whereas back in January, we only had 16. And I think that our community outreach is helping with that. Janice Rice from District 13 is also volunteering as our public information officer, and you'll see her using the Sun Lakes Lifestyle magazine to recognize some of our volunteers and give the ones that want to get some recognition, because we really want to get EPAP coordinators into all of our districts. We're short a few right now, and Joe Formino has given us the opportunity to help with your district delegate newsletters to target the districts where we're looking for volunteers. So you probably are already aware of that, and we're appreciative of the chance to reach out to people, and it seems to be working. That's about all the information that we maintain. Does anybody have any questions for me? Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. Okay, now we are going to go to our announcements from our Board of Directors.
Thank you. The board recently approved a new ice machine for the main pool. It's going to be funded by the Capital Improvement Fund. Should be completed within a week. Be nice for the summertime. We also approved new shade structure for the bocce courts to be funded again by the Capital Improvement Fund, so it won't impact our HOA dues. The board approved 100 new stop signs and 50 speed signs with locations to be determined by and recommended by the Safety Advisory Committee. A survey has been recently conducted by Ajit to determine if there's any interest in having a free shuttle from here to Morongo and back. And this is just to gauge the interest. It doesn't mean that it's available. We just want to get the information, and if there is, then we're going to contact the tribal members at Morongo and try to persuade them to offer this. The results of the survey are 87% were interested, approved it, and 30% indicated they would use it on a regular basis. So that's good. That's good numbers. And we had 669 respondents participate in it. It was all done electronically, so we didn't have to bother everybody going out physically carrying the paperwork again, because we just wanted to get a snapshot of, is there interest here, yes or no, and now go to them and see if we could develop this. The board's also working with Banning Police Department to develop a MOU, or a Memorandum of Understanding, to offer limited patrolling on our community to address the speeding and other safety concerns. The hours, cost, and other specifics will be outlined in the MOU. We're anticipating a pilot project of 3 months, 10 hours per week with the officers here. They're able to arrest intruders, put them in jail, or able to give tickets for speeders. And I think it might help address some of the issues that we have here. But it's only, hasn't been firmed up yet. It's an MOU in process, and when it does, I'll give you the specifics. I anticipate the cost will be $1,000 a month, or $1,000 a week, sorry. So it'll end up being $14,000 to try this pilot project. And now Randy has some other issues.
Thank you, Bob. At the last open session, the board approved a special election to put on the ballot for the CCNR, change to the CCNR with regards to amendments. The current version requires 75%, and the change would require a simple majority, proposed change would be a simple majority to change the CCNR of all the vote, of 50% plus one. The board approved hosting the high school golf championships for the Mountain Pass League. The girls will be held in October, and the boys will be held in April and May of 2024. Our golf pro, Brian Garlington, recommended that we host the events, and there will be a $40 fee charged for the participants, so that will bring some added revenue. One thing I would like to clarify, the HOA has been a long-time supporter of the Banning High School golf program, as many of you know, long before I was in the community. And this money is not coming from the kids, it's coming from the CIF, the California Interscholastic Federation. So We are not asking the kids to pay it, we're getting it through the CIF. The board approved the replacement of the 3 billiard tables in the billiards room. The 3 Brunswick tables will cost $22,061. The old tables are estimated to be sold for approximately $1,000 each. This action will be funded by the Reserve and Replacement Fund. The board approved our facility to be available for a town hall meeting in our ballroom for State Senator Rosalisi Ochoa-Bowe. We'll be hosting a meet and greet town hall in September, and we'll be providing all materials for the meeting. More details as that comes around. And just, watch Good Day Sun Lakes and all of the areas where we get our media out, and you'll get more info on that. The Community Awareness Program will not be held the first week of June due to the Charity Week events. The program will be on June 13th, which is the second Tuesday of the month. The guest speaker will be Chris Grant regarding fire extinguisher safety training class. Securitas Director Mike Romero, whom we just heard from, and an officer from Banning will be available. And Michelle, can you tell me what time that is? Because I know it's earlier than usual. It is from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And that is on June 13th. And then our listening session for June will be this coming Monday, June 5th at 3:30 in the Sandwich. And that's all I've got.
One other thing I wanted to mention is that sometimes the district delegate assembly historically has been dark in July. So if you wanted to consider doing that again, you would just need to make a motion and vote on that if you wanted to continue that tradition. Okay.
If I may add one more thing, I want to thank Dolores for stepping in Joe's absence and doing a great job. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, are we going to have any more announcements?
Yes, we will from admin. Okay. So what we're going to do with admin, regrettably, Jason Ewalls had a family emergency, couldn't be here. And so we're going to have Mark Slyden give us an update on some of the projects that he's been working on. And also the food and beverage update will be made by admin on Channel 97.
Hello, Mark with Operations. So as far as projects upcoming, is that too loud? Right there, better? Upcoming projects, the road work, we're expecting to get the final layout for that. That's expected to begin probably late July, early August. As Bob mentioned, the signs have been ordered, the speed limit and the stop signs. It's a new reflective tape, so it's going to be bigger, brighter, and better. Security, there were some issues that arose this week with some thefts, and I'm sure it's smothered through Facebook and other areas. We are still working with the board as well, working with, not Securitas, we're working with Securitas, which they have been acquired by, oh my gosh, Stanley. So Stanley has purchased Securitas, and they are in the middle, they've got an engineer working with the entire property to bring on an additional security system. The systems we have in place now are outdated, and so we're looking at an extensive overview of the whole property that would include the RV lot, all clubhouses, parking lots as well. We've gotten more incidents that are occurring in the parking lots lately, so those will be covered as well. So this is a master plan of the entire property. We're expecting that within hopefully the next 30, 60 days at the most. We've been pushing them, but the acquisition from Stanley just occurred, so that's been a little bit of a holdup. Other than that, everybody's, like I said, busy and getting geared up for this next week coming forward. Any questions? Thank you.
I do have a question. Thought you were getting away. When you were talking about the stop signs, are you talking about the flashing ones where the lights flash on the stop signs so people make sure to stop?
No. It's a reflective, so the stop, like I said, the reflective tape is completely different now that they're using. So it's brighter, the angles are different. This is bordered by yellow tape. So when the light hits it, evening time, it really stands out. So we should be getting those hopefully in the next 30 days, and we'll start to install those. And they are 24-inch stop signs, so it'll make a huge difference. Yes, Linda?
Can you explain
Did
the difference between the two type of stop signs?
I think we paid $39 a piece for the new ones. And the flashing lights, they ranged anywhere from $1,400 to $1,700 for those LED lights that bordered the other stop signs. So we've dropped like I said, the board reviewed all the proposals and decided upon this with a huge cost savings. So, yes. Go ahead, Rachel.
Raylene Kretschmann, District 7. Are you going to uniform, like make the stop signs uniform? Because some are ginormous in the trees and some are so low you can hardly see them from your car.
Yes.
Okay.
They will be uniform. Yes, Linda?
Did I hear you correctly that we're getting 100 new ones? Are they
That's-
going to be replacing the older ones, or you're putting in all new ones?
Putting in all new ones.
Okay, no, they're not in new locations, okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
There it goes. We are going to be, it's green, it's not working. Turn that off. There are going to be a few, there potentially will be a few new locations as well, but mostly
Yes.
there'll be replacement. As Mark said, uniform costs or uniform size, where they're all going to be 24-inch. 24-inch, currently we have 18s and 24s throughout the community. We're going to put them all at 24-inch.
And we also, some of those signs are 30-inch, and those are the ones that sit down so low. So those interfere with vision for traffic coming and going, so we've eliminated the 30-inch. It'll be standard across the board, 24 everywhere, and that'll be the golf cart crossings as well. Yes, sir.
Just out of information, I don't see many accidents in our community. What would you say on average per week or month? We have actual car accidents or running over people like they did on Myrtle Beach and Birdie.
Well, it's only going to take one accident. So it has gotten, I've been here 12 years now. We see it each quarter getting worse and worse. And as Mike Romero stated earlier, when our families and our children come to show up, that's half the battle. The battle itself is ourselves. We need to point the finger at ourselves. We see plenty of residents, whether it be a golf cart or a vehicle, we all need to slow down, my staff included. So everybody needs to get involved with it because it's only a amount of time before a fatality does occur. So, thank you. Oh, yep.
Cal Martin, District 21. Mark, what happens to the old signs?
They're going to be recycled and we'll get a rebate on that for the metals.
Do you think it's possible we might be able to sell them?
We are selling them back to the vendor.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, any other questions? Thank you,
all.
Mark. Okay, now we're going to move on to any comments from our delegates. And Howard, we will start with you.
No, thank you.
Make sure you use the microphone and state your name and district.
No, I have nothing to report.
Cal Martin, District 21, no comment.
Yeah, just use this one.
Turn it on.
It needs to be green.
Bonnie Seaver, alternate delegate for District 19. Linda's on vacation. She just wanted me to let everyone know that they're going to have a pitch and putt tournament on July the 4th, and it's open to everyone's families, kids, relatives, anybody who wants to come. It's a lot of fun. It's on the executive course, and so would like for you guys to publish that in your newsletters so that everybody knows. Usually at 3 o'clock. She didn't tell me the time, but it's usually 3 o'clock. $5 to get in, and then they're going to have like a holiday burger or hot dog with coleslaw and chips for $17 afterwards, if you want that, or you can get whatever you want. Oh, turn it off.
Let's see if we can make this work. Got it? I'm Gladys Burks. I am alternate to Joe Fermongo. I talked with him this morning, and of course he's ready to come home, but he's got a ways to go. He said yesterday he slid out of bed, stood up and turned around and sat down in the wheelchair. That's his activity for the day. But he would love to hear from anyone that would like to call, or if you have time to stop by for a few minutes. Now, I can give you his cell phone number if any of you want to take it. I have it here written down. Let's see, Joe's number is area code 951-760-1691. And I'm sure he would appreciate hearing from all of you if you want to call. Thank you.
I have 3 items.
Yes.
My name is Renelle English, District 16. What about street sweeping? I'm being asked about them because they say they've gotten more bugs crawling around without the street sweeping. I'm interested in, are we ever going to get that back?
Yes. Right now, it's being handled by artistic maintenance through Mark. You advise him if there's a certain area that needs to be done, but we're considering reinitiating the street sweeping.
Okay.
On a regular basis.
The Neil Diamond concert, I don't know who put that on, but the last 45 minutes of his show was his songs, not Neil Diamond wannabe. A lot of people got up and walked out. He was also selling his own tapes at this venue. If we could find a replacement for him, that probably would be appreciated.
We'll let our recreation director be aware of that. Thank you.
And also deliveries that the district delegates have to make. Every time we make a delivery for someone that is not part of the district delegate activities, we have to get someone to ride in the right side with us. I don't have a husband, so I get my best friend who has nothing to do with district delegate or anything like that, to go with me. This past month I used her 3 times, and if she decides not to help me, I will not have anyone. So I think we make a motion that if we are asked to deliver anything, that the person that is asking us to deliver be the right-hand person in that card.
Yeah, poor David.
I mean, we've gotten more data than we've ever had to deliver, and I don't think that's fair to us.
That wouldn't be up to us to determine. That would be up to the District Delegate Assembly as to what you wanted to do about that. We're in support of whatever you decide.
Well, I know that I never agreed to deliver as much as I've delivered in the last month.
Again, that would be up to the District Delegate Assembly, not up to the board.
Okay.
Bonnie, go ahead. Sorry, David.
I was a district delegate for many years, back a few years ago, and I had to deliver tons of stuff. I just drove on the opposite side of the street to deliver so that you're right by the mailbox and you put it in. You don't. Oh, okay. Well, that's an issue. Well, then what's she talking about having somebody right on the right side? Do you have mailboxes?
Yes, we do, and I'm driving the rules of the road.
Yeah, I know, but for delivering things, it's not a big deal to drive on the wrong side and go from mailbox to
Okay.
mailbox. It works out really good. I did it for many years.
Okay, I think we got that point across. Okay, so any other comments about that? No? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Captains, isn't that what you asked your zone captains to do? I've done it before, and they have 10 to 13 houses to take it to, not 139.
Right, and some of the districts do utilize their zone captains, but
Right.
not everybody has a lot of zone captains, so I can understand what she means there. So, anyway, with that said, we're going to move on to comments from our members. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Cal? Nope. Bonnie? Okay. Can't think of her name.
Judy
Judy.
Crail,
Judy
District
Crail.
15. I don't have anything.
Evelyn Hawkins, District 14, and I don't have anything.
Janice Rice, alternate delegate for District 13. I have one question. Securitas, Mike mentioned that there was a list of cans and cannots. Is that something that we can have put in our newsletters from you guys? That way everybody gets it?
Absolutely, we can do that, and we'll also make sure the copy gets to Good Day Sun Lakes, and we'll make sure, I think it's already on the website, but we'll make sure it's on the website as well.
But you'll have to deliver it.
Renell will help you if it needs to be delivered.
And that list is also published in Lifestyles on a regular basis.
Ann Hofer, District 12, sorry. I had a call this week from a resident concerned that he's not seeing Securitas come through the neighborhoods. Can you give us an update of if that's happening, or if it has stopped, or will it ever come back if it's gone?
You're saying Securitas is not being observed driving by his home? Is that what you're referring to? I'd have to check with Securitas and see what their schedule is, for their patrol. But we can get back to him in reference to that. It could be he's just not observing. I really don't know. But Securitas would be able to research that and get back to both of us.
I think he referenced somewhere around midnight, and there again somewhere around 5 a.m. in the morning. It used to be that they would go down. The street that he's that he lives on is Spanish Trail Cove, which is a cul-de-sac.
Okay.
And there have been down on that cul-de-sac, so I think there's a concern.
Good. I'll let Mike research that and get back to us.
Thank you so much.
Pat Puckett, District 11, no comments.
Linda Vieira, District 9, no comment. Have a nice day.
Raylene Kretschmann, District 7. First, I'd like to thank Michelle Walter for our community awareness. I don't know if you guys went last month, but I am a computer nerd, and it was good. I mean, they had a lot of good advice, so I really encourage you to have your district people show up for those. And then I have a question. Bob, you talked about, and kind of went quick, but the police patrol, so it is going to be a pilot.
If they're going to present to us a memorandum of understanding, and if we approve and we send it to the membership and membership approves, it would be a pilot project for 3 months. So it's just in the developmental stage right now. It's not a definite go.
Okay, are we going to really talk about that to people? Because I cannot tell you how many people are calling me about break-ins and a lot of theft and,
Yes.
and just the
And that's why we're
presence.
developing it,
Okay.
to be safer and to deal with the safety issues that we have in our community.
Thank you.
Nancy Murray, District 6, no comment.
Dave Miller, District 5, no comment.
Jim Nickel, District 3. I just want to compliment Dolores on taking over from Joe. Great job, thank you. And I appreciate the guest speakers. I think it gives us a lot more insight, what's going on, and perhaps clarifying issues for us as delegates. So thank you. Keep the guests coming. Thank you.
Barbara Elness, District 1. I just want to mention that I live on a corner where there's 3 stop signs, and I watch daily people running through those stop signs, not even slowing down. And I really think that the Banning Police Department would be awesome if they could come in here and give people tickets. That might stop some of that. That's it.
Go ahead, Mike. Identify yourself again, please.
There it is. I just have one thing to say. I had a person in my district call, and they looked at their card on their refrigerator with all the information, the red card for EPAP. And the gentleman with EPAP, hers was so outdated she couldn't believe it. She'd been here 20-plus years. So maybe we need a plan or just a notice in our newsletter for people to check it. I got this reply from Joe when I asked him, and he says just bring it up at the end of the meeting, and people may want to put that info on their newsletter.
Yeah,
Right,
Janice
great.
is going to answer that for you.
So one of the articles that I wrote for the Lifestyle magazine has all the information on how you go about getting those cards. Those cards are available right here at our desk, front desk. All you have to do is ask for them. They can be printed out. A lot of them show up on just Googling them, but they are available at the front desk, at the administration office, through the EOC. We can contact Candace, myself, Brian Spalding. I can't think of his first name right now, but anyway, we can all get those cards for you. And the Welcome Home people have some as well, right, Candace? Oh, no, they don't. Okay, my fault. They used to include them in the baskets or the thing. So, and district delegates, you guys can go up to the counter as well and just pick them up for your people.
I got you. I was just doing a reminder if you wanted to put it in your newsletter or not. I was, Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, I think we're all finished with our delegate comments. Now we get to move on to member comments.
Cheryl Chapman from Welcome Home. Our next meeting is going to be June 22nd, so I need the names by June 19th, which is the Monday, which is pretty standard procedure. From now on, we will be meeting on the third Thursday but we will have to determine, hopefully it'll be every 3 months. So the next one should be in August on the 3rd Thursday of the month. For the delegates, when you're getting your people, remember we have to pay whether they attend or not. So whatever number we turn into Thomas is what we will be billed for. So try and impress that upon your people, you know, like if you can't come, would you let me know? Even if it's the day before. So it's very important that we get an accurate number. And one other thing, I don't know if you remember, but there used to be the magnet that was given out, and it's got the important numbers. We've done a couple changes. We have admin and the main gate and the restaurant pro shop. So we're having those made, and they will be distributed in the June Welcome Home. Yes?
Howard? Howard, can you use the microphone, please?
No, not working.
How's this? Okay, better.
It works.
It came to life. The previous copy that I have here of the flyer says Thursday, June 15th. That is incorrect?
That's in.
I know, I'm just trying to
Yes,
figure
that
out
one
which
was
one is
correct.
correct. The
Things got
22nd?
double booked for that day, and so we cannot do it on the 15th.
So I have to go back to the people that I've invited and change the date.
Oh, yes, you do, if you've
Very
already
good.
invited them.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Apparently, there was an Michelle Walter, apparently there was an overbooking that we were unaware of, and Evelyn Hawkins is the one that brought it to my attention. So I'm sorry that I had to put out a flyer and then put out a new one. But this is a new corrected date, and again, it'll be on the 3rd Thursday. I wanted to find out if we can get those life and put them in the welcome home in the packet. That would be really helpful, and that the people would have, the new people would have that. Okay, well, maybe we can get them and put them in. Perfect. Okay, that'd be great. Thank you. I only had one other thing that I wanted to talk about, is a fire extinguisher class, and I know that Randy did go over it. It is June 13th. It's from 10 to 12. Make sure you let your people know, and I know that this is going in your delegate newsletter, because we normally have it from 1 to 3, but we had to change it because of Charity Week. So the topics you're going to see there are the fire triangle, types of fires, home smoke alarms, basic exit drills from the home, portable fire extinguishers, safety using the fire extinguisher. I also wanted to let you know, I'm in my articles from now on, I'm going to reiterate each time, and I have to tell you, I was with somebody in a golf cart yesterday. They never stopped at the stop sign. They went right through it. And it doesn't matter if you can see, because all of us don't turn our heads. And it was really scary that this person didn't even stop. I am pleading with everybody, please stop at the stop signs. We know of an incident that has happened. The gentleman that was injured, because this person wasn't paying attention. We need to pay attention, especially in our community. We have people walking, we have people that walking their dogs. And I also wanted to make a comment about dogs on leashes. California state law mandates your dog cannot be on a leash more than 6 feet. These retractable leashes are not good for the dogs. They need to be by you. And obviously, we know of an incident that happened just recently, and I feel so sorry for the person that it happened to. And it only takes an instant. Whether it's a child on a bike, whether it's a child on a skateboard, which they're not supposed to be here on a skateboard or a bike, but just to let you know, children are riding bikes, children are riding skateboards, and Securitas is going to be doing something about that. So I just wanted to let you know. Does anybody have any questions? Bonnie?
Bonnie,
Microphone.
Bonnie, can you use
You
the
have to use your
microphone, please? Thank you.
I talk loud, so I forget, sorry. So on the little things, the magnet that goes on the refrigerator, you said there's some changes on it?
Yes.
I have one on my fridge that's probably 20 years old, and I use it all the time. So how can we get a new one if we'd like a new one with the new info?
We'll probably give, okay, so we'll give all the delegates one. We're ordering 1,000 of them, and we want to give them to the new residents.
Yeah.
There's not too many things that have changed on that. We're just updating and taking off City Hall and putting a couple of other things on there. But your magnet, actually, because I have the same one, it's actually good. We're just making new ones for the new residents.
Okay, but she mentioned a couple of numbers that I went, you said admin and...
We don't have admin on ours? Okay, okay. We have the main clubhouse.
Yeah, I know, which
Yeah.
nobody ever
Yeah.
answers.
Yeah.
But anyhow, okay, just...
But we'll get all the delegates one.
And the alternates, please?
Okay, for you, Bonnie.
Okay, thanks.
Raylene?
What are the dates for the welcome home, like the months that we're inviting?
Oh, every 3 months. So
No,
this is
no,
June,
like-
so
like-
June, July, August, it will be in September.
October, November.
Oh, wait,
I'm confused.
March, April, May. Oh, so you're talking about are you asking how many times we're having it per year?
How many months do I go back? Is it like
Oh,
April, May,
March,
June?
April, and May. It's on there. It's on there. March, April, and May. Those are the people that you're going to contact. Anything else?
Any other questions?
Yes, I have a question. The district delegate may be dark next month, so if you have an announcement about your new presentation for community awareness, you might want to make that now.
So if you are going to be dark, it will go out in your newsletter. You will be able to get it for your newsletter. But I'm trying to get a panel, well, I have a panel, for the homeless. It's going to be on homeless awareness. And I don't want to give everything away right now because it's a little bit up in the air. But you're really going to want to come to this. It has to do with the homeless situation that we have. And I have people coming from the county, from government, the police department, and Faith in Action. So I have quite a few people that are going to be coming. And it's a panel, and it will be an open question and answer, and all your questions will be answered by dignitaries. That is going to be July 11th. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. And Cheryl? Any other members have questions or comments they want to come up and ask? No? Okay. Now, Bob, you've mentioned a couple times that the delegate assembly may go dark in July.
Yes, you would have to make a motion
Okay.
and vote on that today if
Okay.
you wanted to do so.
Okay, all in favor of going dark for July, and we would have no meeting?
You need a motion.
Raise your hand. Oh, I may make a motion. Okay. Okay, so,
Second.
raise your, all in favor? Okay, so I was going to announce that the next meeting would be July 6th, but we won't be meeting then. It will be in August, the first Thursday of August. Okay, and if no one else has comments or questions, this meeting is adjourned. I don't have my